Hey. Hey, good to have you. Welcome back. We're doing this again. We're back for another after party. Let's go! Yeah, so you just heard our drum and bass and drum step episode. Obviously, there are just so many tracks that fit that style on the episodes. We put a few in there. We hope you enjoyed it. We'll be doing more of these, obviously. Next week is mid-tempo and synthwave, which is the main reason that we're here today, right? Last week I was saying how we were going to go over the episode and make it together, so that's the plan today. In the meantime, while I finish getting everything set up, how are you all doing? It's been a crazy week over here, but hope you're all doing well at home or wherever you are in the world, and it's good to have you here joining us today. Am I going to stare for the entire length this time? No, we got too much to go through. We got to mix an episode here. There's no chance that we're getting all the way through the mixing, but we are going to have some fun in the meantime. Have, absolutely. It was a pleasure to have Save Myself on the episode today. Lebs' happy birthday from all of us here at Monster Cat. Happy birthday. DJ Big Homie Squats is doing good. I'm glad to hear it. That is the only reason I asked the question, was just to make sure that you were doing okay. Half of us are doing better than you, but the other half aren't. Yeah, I guess that is technically how this works. Yeah. Yeah, I'm more hyped up than normal. I got my drink right here. I'm pumped up. I'm ready to go. So, yeah, let's just get into this, right? We're going to go over to Ableton. Welcome. We have Ableton right in front of us. You're currently hearing Click Play. It's a new one from Have and Typhon, I think is how you say the name. Good track. Check it out. Was that an ad? No, that was not an ad. That's just me needing some caffeine. So last week you sent a lot of recommendations in chat. You sent a lot of recommendations in Discord. Somebody set up a whole thread. Thank you for that. I've compiled all those tracks and many others that I think will fit this episode. And so we're just going to kind of start this off. I'm thinking that we start in A major, G flat minor, because I'm seeing a lot of tracks there. And unfortunately, with the way that my streaming setup is, I can't show the record box screen, but I'll walk you through what I'm seeing in record box, and then we'll load it into Ableton. And I always do this. I point at the screen. Here's my cursor. We're gonna work on the screen here, and it'll be good. Yes, I do have to do a secret ad every episode. That is how this works. So starting off, I kind of want to do a more feel-good melodic intro. I don't know if you've noticed, but I like those a lot in mixes. I think that's a nice way to open up. So I'm between a few tracks here, and we can see what people are feeling. So I've got Saizon and Neo Soul with Saizon and Essinger Neo Soul. That's option 1. We have The Storm. That's another good one from No Taker. It sounds like this. Yeah. Maybe. There's Wake Up You're Dreaming. I'm not sure if this is as good of an opener, but I have it on the list. And then in case we just want to start off super hard, there's also the Fool and Tokyo Rose remix of Horsepower, which it hits. Yeah, sound is a bit low. We'll bring it up. I'm just talking to you right now. We could do a poll, but I kind of don't want to. For an opener, I'm kind of leaning towards Neo Soul, and we see where it goes from there, because it's got the nice, real long tail outro. Yeah, let's go with that. We're gonna go with Neo Soul. So, if somehow you haven't heard this track before, here is what it sounds like. This is gonna be drop 2. Banger. It's a banger. Yeah, I love this track. So we're gonna get all set up here. This track is in, where is it? 100 BPM. Look at this. Gonna set my tempo to 100. There goes the track. We're gonna warp it. Now it's at 100. We make sure that everything's lined up on the grid. Grid is good. Grid is good. So our outro point is going to be right around here. I'm going to set a little marker so I don't lose it in the workflow here. And now we need another synthwave or mid-tempo track, because that's the episode, right? That's what we're mixing here. Let's see. We could do infinite. We could just go straight into infinite. It sounds like this. We'll get to Amnesia. Don't worry. We're not in the right key yet for Amnesia. That will be in the episode. Worry not. Worry not. Yeah, that sounds cool, right? All right. So we'll mix into this. So let's see what the beginning of this sounds like, and we can figure out how to blend these two tracks together. All right. So that's like the main point there. So we'll go right. Oh. Look at me. I'm not even having to do any work. It just lines up. Let's see how this sounds. We'll see if we need to tweak anything. So I'm going to cut the lows on infinite just so that it doesn't fill up the space and bring it up right at the end. That's what this little automation line's doing. It just makes everything a little cleaner on that low end. Add some reverb onto the end, even though it is drenched with it already. I don't know. My favorite transitions are the ones that you don't have to do like any work on, and I think that fits the bill. On to the next one. Easy peasy. Easy peasy. Yeah, so this is what infinite sounds like, so you get an idea of the energy that we're going out of into the next track. Jetpack, that is exactly why I do that transition a lot. 1, because it's a meme. 2, because it's fun. And 3, easy peasy is easy. Yeah, I think this one could go into some synthwave. So let's see what this outro sounds like. I'm just making sure I'm not missing anything here. Yeah, all right. If I can get this to work, I'm going to be a very, very happy man. So we're going to set this to 88. Let's see how this sounds at the beginning. These pads might mess me up, but we'll see. We'll see. I might have to shift this. Yeah, so what we're going to do is we're going to go here. Little trick of the trade here. The little trick that Slippy taught me in my... I was about to say first mix contest. My one and only mix contest that I participated in. Reverse reverb. It is your friend. So we're going to put that onto a separate channel. I'm going to add on my Valhalla room reverb. Bring it over so you can see it. Bump that. Bump the decay. Hear this first part. Get a nice little tail on it. Freeze it. Freeze. I don't know if you all saw, but Ableton announced Ableton 12 yesterday. Or I think it was yesterday. And still, there's no bounce in place. That's all I want. That would save me so much time. So if any of you know anybody at Ableton, tell them to help me out. I don't want to wait for this anymore. I just want to click one button, and then it just appear. So, yeah, that's freezing. And then after it freezes, we're going to have to... What's the right term? Bounce? Bounce it, I think is what it's called. There's a specific button that you hit, and then then it comes into an audio format. Yeah, so this is what it looks like. It's frozen right now. Mr. Freeze over here. And then, where is it? Flatten. That's the word I'm looking for. Flatten. So we chop off that bit because that was already there. Take this, reverse it, move it to the beginning, extend out, get a nice little fade in there. And now we'll see how this sounds. Fingers crossed. We were so close. Remember at the beginning when I said the grid is your friend and then I ignored the grid here? We're gonna fix that. Let's find a good transient location. That'll be good. So I'm gonna shift this bad boy over there. Kick comes in right at that grid marker. Yeah, it's always do as I say, not as I do. Oh, I should have realized. There's like, what is that? 27 milliseconds of silence. Nothing, but it does mess you up and people will be able to hear it. So we'll do that. We'll do a little overlap there and now, all right. Now we'll see how this goes. Hot or not? Hot? Not? I think it works. The little ARPs kind of play off of each other. Nice little counterpoint. So I don't know if you saw, but Vichy's Californian Dreams is in 88. And Infinite's at 100. Class, what does that mean? What does that mean? I'm gonna wait for somebody to put it in chat. I know somebody knows. I'd play the Jeopardy music, but I think that we'd get DMCA'd. Warp 1. I mean, that is the first step. We're already warped. BPM. Trophy troll, you got it. Yeah, so, again, I don't like doing it when there's drums playing, because I think that messes with the transients a little bit. So I'm going to see if there's a spot here on Infinite. And I don't think this is drums. No, it's not. So we can get a nice gradual BPM change. The goal is that the listener doesn't really know that there is one, but I know it's there. And that's all that matters, is if I know it. So we're going to set that a little bit lower. So we're going to go from 100 down to 88. Very carefully drag it. Get a nice slope on it. It is the winter time. I got to go snowboarding. It's all about the slopes. Okay. This is the transition in full. Here we go. Oh, I added a little reverb tail onto the end of Infinite as well, just to give it a bit more oomph. I think that works. The last thing that I'm going to add, and you've probably heard it in a lot of my mixes, I've got a little SFX area here with my impacts. And this one impact is probably in every single Call of the Wild mix I've ever made. That's not a joke. That's not an over-exaggeration. I'm almost certain I've used it in every single one. In varying degrees of volume. So this time we're going to make it really quiet, just a little bit more so that you know that the transition's there. Because transitions are fun, but I like people knowing that the transitions are there, even if it's just a little bit. Because otherwise, if you don't know it's there, you don't know that there was a transition. And then you can't be like, ooh, that was a cool transition. You just don't realize it. I'm going to raise this up a little bit more. That little impact just lets you know it's something new. It's all a mental game out here. Do I ever do pitch changes of tracks for Call of the Wild? Yes and no. I won't. I always play the track when the transition is done in its original key and tempo. But for the transition into it, I might mess with like a curve to get it into the right key, or I'll take a stem from it and match the key of the track that was playing beforehand, so you get the melody idea, but then I'll do a key change to get into the next one. So yes, but actually no. Hope that answers your question. Trophy Troll, what is the signature Easter egg that you... Oh, I do have a signature... I understand what you're saying now. I'm trying to read chat and mix at the same time, and that is a little harder than I would have thought. All right, let's get to the end of California Dreams. This looks like the next drop. This is something that my boy Fairlane showed me. If you insert time signature change and you don't change the time signature, it just aligns the grid to wherever you want it to be. So now instead of it being randomly in between bars, I just click that and there. Now I know exactly on bar where it ends. Very easy. We need to start a Call of the Wild game called Spot the Rocket Man Impact. Yeah. You'll hear them in a lot of the transitions that just normally don't flow as well as I would like them. I try to hide them, but I know they're there. All right. That was California Dreams. Let's hear how this ends, and then we can figure out a track to go into next. All right, so I hear an outro like that, and I think, yeah, that's fun and all. That's great for the track, but we've got this little fade to gray knob that obviously I'm going to use here. So it's going to sound like this before we even have a track selected. It's going to make it much spacier, add a bit of delay in there, cut the lows. And now I can go where I want to go, which is going to be, where is it? Where's the one I was just gonna pick? Here we go. All right, time to get into some mid-tempo. We got GG McGree's King. This is at 100. Always gotta line it up on the grid, but it's slow, so we gotta build back up. Yep. Key change incoming. Maybe. California Dreams it's in the same key technically. I guess King is in a different mode, but it's gonna hide it well. We'll go to 100. Let's just see how this sounds.
Look at me, I'm smiling, beautiful and violent. Welcome.
It does sound pretty meaty at 88. It's because there's a lot of artifacts going on with the warping algorithm. Why do I make all the songs the same color in the project? That's actually a really good question. I do color code, but if it's just a normal track that I'm throwing in, it's going to be that light blue color. Funny enough, if I come down here, this was the old color scheme that I had going on. It's changed a little bit with the changes to Call of the Wild, but normally if it's an off-label track, I'll mark it orange. If it's an exclusive, it'll be either red or yellow, depending on my clearance level on it just yet. Priority tracks, like basically tracks that have just come out on the label that we really want to promote and let people hear, that's a different color. I think normally I make those pink or something. It's just for me. Normally people don't see these project files, but this is different. If it's a mashup, it's white. Random things like that. Stems are green. It just helps me get an idea of where things are in the mix and lets me know who I need to message to get clearances for any of the tracks I play in here. Can we put an exclusive as the next track? Beat Plan, I got bad news for you. I have no exclusives to be able to put in this episode, which is one of the reasons why I can mix with you live right now. So the good with the bad, you know? The good with the bad. I'm going to adjust this transition a bit more, because I didn't like it as much. And you already know we're grabbing our favorite impact. It's gonna come right about here. Raise the volume so I can see where it matches up.
Look at me, I'm smiling.
Wow. It would help if I put it at the right point. There we go.
Look at me, I'm smiling.
There we go.
Beautiful and violent. Welcome to your last nightmare.
Yeah, we'll get some new full checks in there, don't you worry. How about that album, huh? Is good. All right, so here's my favorite part when I'm mixing is I'll put together a transition. I'll try to make it sound as good as I can. Sometimes I'm just not happy with it. This is one of those cases. I want King to be in the episode, so we'll put it in at a later point, but it's just not working for this specific transition. So yeah, exactly like Vulcanron said. I think that's how you say your name. We're gonna try an off-label record. This is a new one from Kid, the K?D. I really like his sound. He's got some cool stuff going on. So we will adjust to that. A nice little pivot. Mark this as 90. Cool. Let's see if I can match this on grid. I think he's got a very original style. It's very fun to see. All right, let's see how this sounds now. We will, since we're only going up 2 BPM, I'm not even gonna have a tempo sweep. It's just gonna go from 88 to 90. You won't know the difference, trust me. Ooh, spinny. It's time for the spinny boy. So if you'll notice, whenever I bring, this is my own personally made effect rack. I'm very, very proud of it because of how it works. So basically when I have nothing on, like it's at 0, the auto pan's off, the amount's down to 0, the rate's at the lowest that it can go. But whenever I raise it up, it turns on, the amount starts to increase. As you can see down here, the percentage raises and the rate gets faster. So all those little sweeps, the sine wave, they get closer together, so it starts to go whoa, 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 and yeah, it sounds really cool. And I think that'll work well for this transition. I'll raise it up there. We did it. We did it. All right, cool. So now we're starting to get into more energy again, right? We started off with Neo Soul. I'd say not like high energy, but impactful and melodic. Then we went into Infinite, had the melodies, a bit less energy. We went into Californian Dreams, way more melody, less energy. So now we're going to start to bring it back up with the Kid record. So we have melodies still, a bit heavier. And now I want to start to get into the darker, heavier side of mid-tempo. So here's what this drop sounds like. This is what we need to get out of. Those ARPs are just... Yeah, you already know what's going on here. You already know. Is that my impact? Wait. Wait. Wait, that's the impact I always use. No way. No, it's not. It's a different one that I also use. It's not in this project file, but I do recognize it. Okay, here we go.
The most bizarre and brutal series of crimes in America.
It's slower. All right, I'm not sure this one's gonna fit here just yet, but we can make this one work. We can make this one work. Numb VIP? Do I even have that? Please hold. No. No, I just have the original. Okay, let's see. We're still in 11A, which is G flat minor. Numb wood slap. I don't know if that fits the episode as much. But let me take a quick listen. Let me take a quick listen. Numb. Does it? Does it fit? Hey, thanks. Good to have you here. Yeah, we'll put it in. That'll probably make this transition a lot easier. So this one is a 95. And again, we got to get this on the grid. Every time I talk about the grid, all I can think about is Tron and that amazing soundtrack from Daft Punk. User! Alright, let's see how this sounds. Again, what did I say at the beginning? My favorite transitions are the ones where you have to do nothing, nada, zip. That's one of them. Even that little... I think I might change it just a little bit so it goes boo-doo-doo-doo. Add that little flare. Yeah, but remove the click. Clicks are bad. Except if it's the song by Hev and Typhon, in which case it's good. Here we go.
You never stop calling me crazy, but you the one.
And then if we want to get really cheeky with it, we continue. Spam that Command D.
You never stop calling me crazy, but you the one that's fucking crazy.
Ooh, said a bad word.
And it's time for me to run. Yeah, it's time for me to go. I will stick around for you.
Yeah, I say we keep that. That's fun. Alright, if I remember, this ends abruptly. But we can get into Eptic now. Where is it? Right here. Yes. I always love the little bass add-ons. You can go anywhere with those. You know, record box might be in the wrong key. It still works. But we do need to raise up the tempo, and since we are in a random just like impact and then there's nothing for a second, I'm gonna see if we can just get away with this. Just a jump cut. Directors do it all the time. Why can't I? You know? Am I so different? We're gonna make this a little bit cleaner so that things match up, and add my own fades in here and my own chops, so that everything, you kind of just, you get the idea that it's coming, but you're not sure just yet. Pow. Pow. Nice little riser. There we go. Let's see how this sounds now. I think that hits. The last thing I want to do, add in some reverb for the texture, just for the memes. It's all about the memes. I'm telling you, man, with bass hits, you can do anything. It doesn't matter. Love it. Y'all ready? Here comes the build up. Nope, you gotta tune into the episode to hear it. Gotcha! You've been got! Alright, let's get into King now. Here we go. See if this will work. I'm going to use this as a pseudo snare riser. See if this works. That's half the fun with mixing, is that a lot of it's just trial and error. Come up with an idea. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And if it doesn't work, guess what? You just do Command Z, it's gone. No harm, no foul. It's great. Do a quadruple hit. play around with that a bit later. But that'll do it for now. All right, so together as one, we have made almost half the episode. There's a lot of picks in here that you all picked. I think this one I added in myself, so I'm gonna mark it. And this one we picked on stream. Every single track here was picked by you. So look at me right here. If you say, come next week, man, there's a track that I wanted in there, and they don't listen to us. I didn't pick any of these, but the orange one. All right, we're all on the same page here. You picked them. It's not me. It was you. Sound good? Cool. Yeah, we're gonna start to wrap it up here. I'm a little over time, but I was in the groove. Honestly, thank you all so much to everybody that submitted tracks in chat last week, to everybody that put it into our Discord thread. If you missed it, we'll probably do more of these in the future. So go to the Call of the Wild MSS portion of the Monster Cat Discord. Don't get confused. There's a lot of Roblox on there now. Look for the part that I'm telling you to look for. And we'll probably put more discussion threads in there. I don't know who set it up last time, but thank you for that. Yeah, we even got a Silk track in there this time. This is one of the episodes that we can put that in, so that'll be fun. Look forward to this complete episode next week, and start thinking about some other things that you'd like to see us do on stream, because it's fun to show off the episodes being made here. We'll play some games with y'all. Just chatting's always fun. As always, I obviously answer a lot of questions while we're doing this, but if you have a question and I didn't get to it today, or I just ignored it, or something else, message me on Discord in that Call of the Wild MSS chat. I'm in there a lot. I might not post a lot, but I read it. I see everything. Can we get a Christmas themed Call of the Wild? Probably not, but we are doing episodes throughout the rest of the year. There will be no stoppage in Silk Showcase or Call of the Wild. Every Wednesday you get an episode. How exciting is that? How great. Maybe I could make a thread of suggestions of what to do on the after party. Yeah, DJ Big Homie Squats, you're a mod. You can kick that off. Let me know. If it's just me getting like pied in the face or other demeaning things to me, I might not go for it, but hey, every day is a new day. It might happen. Might be fun to make a mashup at some point. Jeez, man, we did. It aired in the Trap episode, but we'll probably do another one. Yeah, as always, stay safe, stay healthy. Thanks for coming out. It's good to have you all here. We'll play us out with some Neo Soul. What a great track. What is just great track. Yeah. But we'll see you back here same time, same place next week. 12 p.m. Pacific, Silk Showcase. 1 p.m. Pacific is Call of the Wild. You'll hear this episode. I'll probably adjust it a little bit, but this will all be in the episode, I promise. And then right afterwards is our lovely time together. I cherish it every time. But yeah, thanks for joining. We'll see you back here. And yeah, get out of here. Go home. Or if you're already at home, stay there. And cool. Thanks for coming. Bye. Bye. Good to have you all. Yeah, thanks for the after party. Absolutely. Good night. Good night. Good evening. What is from Truman Show? Good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Peace.